Taxes would be number one, the number one thing that we want to talk about here. Of course, big elephant in the room, taxes here. And from this recent article that I found here, Illinois is ranked number two. I'm actually surprised it wasn't number one. They had an effective tax rate of just under 2%. I believe it's closer to 2.2. I'm not quite sure based off of what year they used that. And of course, the median price is low. We're above 300,000 with the strong market we've had. So you're basically for like a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, as a lot of homeowners know in Chicago, they're paying at least 6,000, if not more. Now, a lot of people don't have their home exemptions, which saves about $400 or $500, but still, the taxes are outrageous. They're not going to go down. They're going to continue to go up. Couple the property taxes with one of the highest, if not the highest, county sales tax, and of course the state income tax. That kind of trifecta is that perfect storm. Hey, listen, if you are one of those Illinoisans or Chicagoans in the Chicago or Chicagoland area that is considering leaving, I would be honored to help you list your home. I have a systematic, strategic marketing plan here to get your home sold for top dollar, even as we're shifting in this real estate market in Chicago. So wherever you're gonna go, anywhere out in through the all 50 states, I can help you list your home. Then actually that new home you're going to, really just about anywhere through both my eXp Realty network and me networking with so many agents, not just eXp Realty, with all the top brokerages. I can definitely find you that relo agent who's experienced enough to find you that new home and wherever you're going. So remember that, and let's move on to the rest of the video. Really need to explain weather. So listen, a lot of the weather is a little bit overblown, but of course, a lot of people just had enough of it. We can literally have 4 seasons all in one day. And in the future, when actually the weather kind of does get quote unquote bad, I'll probably do a weather in Chicago video. But for the here and now, people are fed up. They want to go to warmer climates. They want to go to Arizona. They want to go to Texas. They want to go to Florida. So while cost of living, of course, is factored in, weather is really big. People just can't handle it. Now, of course, in those 3, 4, sometimes 5, I would argue almost sometimes 6, it's actually the weather is not bad at all. But for those remaining months, they just can't deal with it. So weather definitely is on this list. And if they have the means and they've got the employment at another place, a lot of people, as you know, are leaving because of this. United Van Lines, and of course, who else would know the best, of course, than a moving company, did a 2021 study. And as expected, work-related situations was number one of why people relocated or moved out of the state. But number two, it surprised you. And it really made a lot of strides since 2015. Family. Family is now in the number 2 position when it was 41% back in 2015. It was 41% lower than it is now. It's only 0.7% differential between work-related and family. And that makes sense. I can take a personal example. I know my folks living in downstate Illinois, they had to make a decision whether to go to Columbus, go to Florida. Columbus, I have a sister, or stay in Illinois, which I have my other sister in the suburbs and myself in the city. And they made a decision to go to the suburbs to be close to my sister and of course only 50 minutes away from me. So family is really critical. You want to have that, particularly if it's young families, they've got kids, and they want the grandparents to watch the kids. So family is really critical. And a lot of times it's that emotional kind of life event. It's not just dollars and cents. I'm going to be talking a lot, and I've already talked a lot about dollars and cents, but it's also that emotional connection, that family connection that is very, very important. Time for me to do one of these, crime. So, as a realtor, I'm not really supposed to be talking about crime. I'm keeping this really fact-based. We don't talk about crime here, right? We don't want to steer or talk about specific neighborhoods. But of course, it is there. Crime is there in just about every city. And of course, with the pandemic, post-pandemic, it is more apparent. I know me personally, from 15 years ago, I was aware 15 years ago, but I have to be hyper aware. It is what it is. And of course, living in the 3rd biggest city, people forget, even with all these small neighborhoods, we are in the 3rd biggest city, folks. It's on people's minds. So if it's perceived or if it's actual, crime is a really big factor for people getting out of Illinois. The irony here is, I've cut a couple of articles here. Chicago didn't even make the top 100. Neighborhood Scout did a survey. They were 73 actually back in 2021. The 2022 study, they didn't even crack the top 100. As far as big cities with crime, cost of crime, they weren't in the top 10. What was actually number one safest was Naperville, Illinois, which is a suburb, as most locals know, is a suburb of Chicago. So if that you're making that move to Naperville, I've got excellent agents that can help you in Naperville, and of course I can help you with selling your home here. But again, a lot of the major statistics, a lot of the major rankings, Chicago's not even in there, but it could be perceived, and that is also why it's made this list as one of the factors of leaving Illinois. Base. That's the one thing here in Chicago. You've got all the awesome bars, restaurants, and just so many super creature comforts, all within blocks. But there's that trade-off, right? If you want that yard, you want a bigger lot, you're going to have to do that, particularly if you're doing the condo living, even in the single family. Traditional lots here, just kind of a quick education here, 25 by 125. I've got an aerial shot. This is actually an investment property, but you can see that very small backyard of the aerial shot, 25 by 125. So of course you can try to get a double lot, but of course that's more expensive. So naturally, people need space if they've got a growing family, or if it's just one person. People love to have space. If they got the puppers, they want to be able to just take the dog outside in the backyard and have Fido do his business. And a lot of times you're just not going to get that space to do that, or just to have the kids run around. And that's why, of course, the parks are very important. But if that you're past that and you want to have that space in the yard, you can't win. You can go to a lot of those master plan communities in the Texas and the Florida and the Arizona have those big lots, and the cost is cheaper. Folks are leaving Illinois. 5 reasons. I hope you enjoyed the video. And as I mentioned earlier, if you are considering leaving Illinois, it could be one of these 5. It could be another reason I hadn't even mentioned. I would be honored to help you to be your listing agent. I have a systematic marketing plan here to get your place sold so you can move on to the next. I have partners, relo partners in other cities. I'd be honored to help. All my contact information is right now on the screen, or it's below. You can fill out the questionnaire. I've got a link in there. It's actually typically for my home purchase, but that can trigger me and I get a notification. I can reach out to you. We can have a Zoom call. I am Anant Deoras, AD with eXp Realty. Please stay on my channel, The Chicago Life. I know you may be leaving, but I still got some great content for you. I'm going to have also leaving Illinois, leaving Chicago content for you. Watch right now. Check out what YouTube recommends for you, and also subscribe to the channel. I'll see you on the next video.